What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people disrespect Ice-type damage in the Go Battle League, which in my opinion is absolutely insane with how many good Ice types we have right now in the meta. I'm going to be trying out Alolan Ninetales today, a Pokemon that not only got the Powder Snow and Weather Ball buffs recently, but also got Chilling Water added to its moveset for nice flexibility as well as that debuff potential. We'll pair it up today with Furret as well as Shadow Feraligatr, so let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, we got our first game of the day though. We're going to be trying out a Ninetales team. See how Ninetales is going to do, and honestly, pretty good lead matchup if I do say so myself. I have a lot of super effective damage here. Oh, nice, and they safe swap a Jellicent. Well, I gotta admit, okay, maybe I chose the right team today. That's about as good of a situation as it could have been. I'm kind of sad that the game's already over, though. Alright, we got our next game here. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit longer and a little bit more competitive than that first one. Ooh, that's actually a pretty bad lead matchup, I'd have to say. The worst thing about it is I'm hard-walled by Dugong, technically. Although Shadow Feraligatr here should be able to put in quite a bit of work into the Dugong just with fast move pressure, as well as Hydro Cannons over time. They throw after 5. Do they go for a Drill Run? I'm going to no-shield. I think they Icy Wind. Yeah, they go for the cheeky bait, as they say. But now I can go for the Hydro Cannon here. If they're going to stay in this matchup for the long haul, then I can just shield through this, farm down, have energy for the backline. Getting rid of this is pretty nice for my Ninetales. Oh, interesting. We see a Fearow come in. They're at 4 right now. I would love it if I get a shield here. There's a chance, though, they do let this go. They're at 4. They do no shield. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just bank that energy, honestly. They're at 9 right now. This is an odd game. I don't know why they're playing it out the way they did. I kind of thought for sure they were going to throw energy into my Feraligatr, but no, they did not. 10. Alright, I mean, I survived this. We know Dugong is still around, so I think letting this go is not a bad play. I just have to hope that in the backline, my Furret's going to have some play here. It's a Simul KO. Honestly, I don't love that. I was hoping I could farm down and come out with, like, a Chilling Water or something. But, I mean, I have my Furret here that's hopefully going to have some play. Hopefully it's not like a fighter in the back. Okay, we see the Dugong come in, as we kind of figured it would. And, I mean, at this point, I think I need to shield something this game. I hate shielding against a Dugong with Icy Wind, but I can't just be in fast move farm down range this game, I don't think. Oh, man. ABA, weak to fighting. I kind of wish I had Brick Break here. Luckily, what I do have is Trailblaze to boost my attack back up. And oh, that does nothing. But I also have a Feraligatr with some energy. So maybe that's helpful. But I think I'd have to go for like a CMP sack swap to make anything really happen here. Which we're going to attempt, but they don't fall for it. I think that's game over, unfortunately. I think Brick Break Furret could have actually won us this game. Basty's just too bulky here. And they just didn't fall for the CMP sack, so that's just game over on the spot. If I would have got that off, though, I would have felt pretty good about myself. Alright, we got our next opponent, though. Hopefully, no more crazy, weird RPS shenanigans. Doublade in the lead. Alright. Well, pretty bad lead matchup for Ninetales, but we do have 2 Pokemon in the back that can handle this. We have super effective Shadow Claw damage, and we see a Galarian Moltres come in here. Which is actually exactly the Pokemon I needed to bait out, potentially. They're at 7 right now. They CMP'd us on what could be a Fly. Let's see what they're going to do. Do we go and get a shield with this? We do, actually. That's pretty nice. Oh, they don't CMP. Interesting. Well, I mean, I think getting shields down is going to be a good play for us, potentially. I'm going to shield this up. I just barely don't get to 2 Hydro Cannons here, unfortunately. But I can go for the Ice Beam, guarantee a knockout, or maybe a shield, potentially, depending on what they want to do. Okay, we get the shield, makes sense. Ninetales will come in. It's basically just a sacrificial Pokemon, though, in this matchup. Which I don't really love to say, but it will be the case. Brave Bird likely coming through. I think I have to no-shield it, though. Because there is that Doublade still around. Can I farm down before they get a Fly? Please tell me I can. Ugh, that's pretty bad. I don't get the farm down here. I think I have to shield this up, honestly. I can't let all of this energy go to waste. That is so tragic. I should have shielded the Brave Bird. Then I would have had way more HP left over on my Ninetales. But, I mean, I get a Chilling Water off against them. And then, I mean, my Furret's not terrible in this matchup. We see a Regidrago in the back as well. How is this game gonna go? I think I'm probably gonna lose. I feel like that's gonna be how this goes. I can survive a Dragon Energy, but I'm gonna be in Sacred Sword range now, and double Swift, while this will knock them out, I think at this point, unfortunately for me, I'm just not gonna have enough in the tank on my Ninetales plus my Furret to win this game. Again, if I did end up shielding the Brave Bird instead of the Fly, then maybe I'd have enough HP here to get to another Chilling Water. But, yeah, I don't. Alright. Yeah, I can't even go for a catch here, but even if I did, I think they just outpace us. I need to try to get to a Chilling Water, but I don't have quite enough energy here, unfortunately. Yeah, I could get a Weather Ball off, but I think even a Chilling Water would not have been able to knock out, unfortunately, so not quite able to get the win there. We gotta win this one, hopefully. We gotta get at least a chance at winning this one. Tomseen, running the Tomseen team. At this point, I think everyone remembers the team. It's gonna be Carbink Venusaur in the back line, which is interesting. It's not a bad matchup for us, necessarily, but it is gonna be a little bit scary with that Venusaur once my Ninetales does end up going down. We'll see what they want to do, though. Alright, big Weather Ball. We do land it, so no shenanigans there to be had. And they CMP us, actually, on this next move, which is kind of crazy. But that's fine. We survive of a superpower pretty easily. Definitely survive a foul play. Alright. Well, we should be in a pretty good spot here. But it will be a little bit dicey, depending on exactly how we play this out. Big Weather Ball. We get the shield. Honestly, I think I just play for shield advantage this game. Do I actually? Yeah, I think I do. Because this is going to be a superpower. I'm not weak enough to Carbink that I have no play into it now with my backline. Okay. We see the guy come in, the Venusaur come in right now. I'm going to go for a Hydro Cannon here. Even if we get a no shield, I feel like this is not a bad play. Yeah, we get a shield. That's amazing. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. How do we play this out? There is still a lot of energy left over on that Malamar. There's a full charge attack ready to go. But I can go for a Swift here. They're at 10. How exactly do we play this out to win this game? I need to be very careful. 11. Okay. I mean, honestly, I kind of think I need the Sucker Punch damage here. I'm going to shield this up. It could be a bad play, though. They can switch if they want to right now, which is exactly what happens. I think I lose. That switch right there is so detrimental to my odds of winning this game. Now I need to basically watch out for that Malamar to come in just at an arbitrary time. 8, 9. Oh, my HP is getting too low. I knew the team, but, like, my Gator had way too much work to do in the back. That Venusaur is so bad for us. I mean, I need to have enough energy to get to a Hydro Cannon against that Malamar when it comes back in, potentially. But also, I might just not knock out with a Hydro Cannon here. And then I think I'm just in range where I get Vine Whip down. Yeah, they get 2 more Rock Throws into us. That's huge for them. Yeah, they just come in Venusaur. Actually, wait. I might still have a chance here. Because if they come in Venusaur and I Hydro Cannon, I still technically have my Furret around. Technically. So we can go for a catch. Okay. And this catch now means that hopefully I can Shadow Claw this down before I get Psywave down. We'll see. Please, Gator, please. Okay, okay. Not even worried. That was scary. But we'll take the win. We knew the team, but man, we knew we were so weak to Venusaur in the back. Alright, next battle. Gonna be kind of hard to top that last one, though. But I think this is a decisive Game 5. And we see a little bit of a scary lead matchup. Not gonna lie, I don't love this. But I can bring in for Alligator, get a decent energy lead into the back line. And wow, they're still staying in? Oh, they come in Blastoise, down a ton of energy. Interesting. But they do have 2 Incinerates of energy on that Talonflame, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, at this point, though, Blastoise is going to be pretty neutrally bad into Feraligatr, because my Shadow Claws do a lot more damage than the rollouts do here. And with the energy lead that I have, I should just be able to go for the Hydro Cannon. I think this knocks out. If it doesn't knock out, though, I can shield and farm down. Although, if I have to go down a shield here, that Talonflame could still be a little bit scary this game. Oh, we get a shield there. Okay, well, what if I just go for the CMP? Which is exactly what we're going to go for. Looks like either I get a second shield, maybe a knockout here against them. Either way, I'm pretty happy. Okay, well, we win switch and shield advantage. That's pretty big, I'd have to say. We come in for it here. They are at a full charge attack already, though, which is a little bit scary. But, I mean, I think I just shield my Furret. And I keep the energy on my... Or, I keep the HP, rather, on my, Ninetales. They are going to be at another move here right now, and I know a Swift doesn't knock out just yet, so I feel no reason to throw, just in case I need energy for whatever comes in the back. But we'll figure it out. What are they going to do here? Do they stay in, or do they swap? They do stay in, so now I'll do 2 and throw. And if they stay in once again, I can do another 2 and throw after they shield this potentially. But the big question is going to be, do they actually want to invest in Talonflame? They do shield that. And since they're staying in here, I know for a fact I can do 2 and throw. What's the final Pokemon? Is it another, like, a rock, or water type, rather? I don't know what it's going to be. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I think at this point, we're well outside of Surf range. We get the Trailblaze off. We have the Ninetales just in case we need it, but I think Furret is just going to put in way too much work here right now this game. Yeah, they're in Weather Ball range. They should probably top left. Let's go. Okay, that was a really bad lead, but man, Shadow for Alligator, completely free on this save swap, giving us a 3-2 set here. Galarian Corsola as our reward. Alright, got our next battle here. We'll see if we can win a lead. It's been a little bit since we've been able to. And once again, not the best lead out there, but Shadow for Alligator, hopefully on the save swap, is going to put in some work. We have Chilling Water on our own Ninetales, which might be able to do something. I'm just going to instantly throw the Hydro Cannon, and I don't believe they caught. Kind of surprised they're staying in. What are they going to do? Do they, like, shield us up, go for bait into us? 6. That's like a Scorching Sands at worst, right? But honestly, I'm going to shield this up. Maybe a Psyshock. Okay, it is Scorching Sands. All right. Good shield. We see a Shadow Primeape come in here, though. Don't love seeing Shadow Primeape ever. Just in general, that Pokemon is so annoying. But I do know I survive a Rage Fist, so I'm going to let this go. And then I'm going to go for the Hydro Cannon myself. It's a good thing that we baited this out, I guess. But Primeape is always a little bit of a scary Pokemon to see, just saying. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like most of the time, Primeapes don't actually run close combat if they're a Shadow. But I'm going to shield this up just in case. Yeah, they're at 2, 3, 4. Okay. We get rid of the Fighter, which is actually pretty good for us, potentially. We will likely also be able to reach a Chilling Water against their Ninetales, which is super effective, obviously. Maybe that's going to help out to chip them down. Alright, big Chilling Water. This is going to be an interesting game, because we know they're not on a big nuke move, right? They're on Scorching Sands on this Ninetales. Nice, that's a lot of good damage. Do I get knocked out here by an attack? I'd love to be able to catch. Ugh, I try to go for the catch, but I just end up denying myself a fast move, potentially. If we do survive this attack, that's so sad that I did that. Okay, we don't survive the attack here. Honestly, I'm going to come in with my Furret. And it's probably a good thing I did here. We end up seeing an Azumarill come in. 5, 6. Alright, this is going to be a strange game. Azumarill here can survive 2 Trailblazes. I think Azu wins the Zero Shield matchup, so I don't know if we can win this one. But we'll try our best. 7. Do they double Ice Beam us here? I think that's their best chance at winning. But if they play rough, that gives me a little bit more wiggle room. Oh, if they Hydro Pump, honestly, that might be better for me as well. Okay. I'm going to go for this Trailblaze and then swap into Feraligatr. This is going to be such a close game. I think there's a chance at a tie here, actually. I think there's actually a pretty good chance at a tie. Oh! They transfer their Shadow Claw damage! They knew that the swap out was coming, but they didn't get the proper combo play. They just get themselves a full Weather Ball of energy denied. Let's go. Alright, we got our next battle. Ninetales, can we win a lead, please? No, dude, not again! Why? Okay, well, the good news here is we did just win against one of these leads, but, like, the bad news is we should not be seeing two of these leads in a row. Oh, boy. Oh, this is so bad. Why is there a Leafage Lurantis on our screen? They actually do let us throw a charge attack, though, and this could be an Ice Beam, so we'll see if they're going to go for the shield or if they call my bait. They're at 7 right now. They do shield. 8, 9. So they're at back-to-back Leaf Blades. I don't think I can shield this up. Oh, this game's gonna get so annoying, but I think the play here is no shield 1, shield the second, farm down, Chilling Water the Ninetales, and hope for the best. I think that's gonna be the play. I think that as long as I can farm down before a third Leaf Blade is reached against my Ninetales, then I should be in a playable spot. Which I should be able to do. They should be 4 away now, after that last Leafage they just did. They might swap out here, which wouldn't be a terrible play by them, depending on what they have in the back. Nice, we get that full farm down. That's huge. What are they at on this? 2, maybe? I think they might be at 2. But, I mean, either way, this super effective Chilling Water is going to do quite a bit of damage, potentially. Yeah, they do let that go. 3. Cradilly in the back. Interesting. I mean, with the energy lead that I have here, this actually isn't that bad for us, I don't think. Do I ever just no-shield my Furret? Is that ever an idea? I might just be too low on Ninetales to do that, though. Like, I definitely have to shield the second attack here, I think. I can survive the first move, though. So we'll no-shield this. Go for the next Trailblaze, hopefully get a shield from them. And then we'll see what we can do with our Ninetales. There's a lot of super effective fast move damage, though, left over this game against my Ninetales, with both Ember as well as Acid. Please tell me either they no-shield and I can knock out with the next move. Oh, no. No! My win con here was that I could get a knockout on that. I needed to CMP the Trailblaze. That's on me. I actually had a chance to win this game, and I kind of blew it there. Okay, we go for a catch. If they undercharge for some reason, I can win this game. If they, like, no bubble completely for no apparent reason. No. You know, we'll learn from that one. I think if I CMP against that Cradilly, maybe that final Sucker Punch of damage could have been enough to win us that game. That's kind of sad. We need to win a lead, though, man. We got to win a lead with this. Can we win a lead? Once again, I'm asking for a 1 lead. At least it's not a bad lead. Like, it's playable. And I suppose our backline, especially our Furret, gets to avoid this, which I am also pretty happy about. But they can win CMP against us here, although we do outpace. So, we'll see what they throw. Likely a Chilling Water to debuff my attack stat. Yeah, there's a Chilling. But since it's a non-stab Chilling Water, doesn't do all that much damage to us here. And these Weather Balls and Powder Snows will add up a little bit quicker. 2, 3, 4, and they're at 5 right now. So they have a Chilling Water ready to go. The big question is going to be if they're on Trailblaze or Disarming Voice. Because if they have Disarming Voice, I think throwing that second is a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I survive this? I don't think I do, honestly. That's kind of a smart play by them. Oh, well, wait. Okay, I guess if they Moonblast, they're not going to get a second move off here. That's an interesting moveset, though. We farm down with Gator. Oh, and this is big. They come in with Empoleon, which honestly is not the best answer to Shadow for Alligator. Especially not down energy, right? If it's on even energy, they can end up going for the CMP win, and they can always land a Drill Peck into us. But as they are down a Metal Sound, I can always outpace. And I think in the 2-shield matchup, I don't even end up taking a Drill Peck here, which is kind of huge for me. Let's see what they're going to do. Do we get a shield on this, or do they let this go and try to go for a 2-on-1 in the backline? I wouldn't be surprised to see a shield here, honestly. Yeah, they do shield. I think, though, at this point, I just shield the next move here. Hydro Cannon, whatever comes in, and hope that Furret has enough play in the backline. Either way, Furret's going to have to fight the final Pokemon, so going for a shield here is probably not the worst play in the game. Oh, okay. Nice. We have a lot of damage against this with Sucker Punch and Shadow Claw. I don't think there's a lot they can do right now. 2 C-Bombs, though, could knock us out on our Furret here. But the problem is, if they do knock out Furret, which they have to do pretty quickly if they want to stay outside of Shadow Claw range, like, either they have to shield a Trailblaze, or if they no-shield it, they're going to be in farm down range. Let's see what they're going to do. I would imagine they have to no-shield this, but they literally can't, right? I think I just Shadow Claw everything down now at this point. And they throw on alignment as well, which means, well, maybe the Seed Bomb's enough to knock out. I think that also means they're 2 more Incinerates away from their next move, and that actually just straight up is not enough. So we just Sucker Punch down. And then we can go for the Sucker Punch into this, and then Shadow Claw the rest of this. So yeah, I think that's just a win, right? Nice, it is. Okay. You know, we didn't win the lead necessarily, but Shadow Gator Furret backline just kind of popped off into that team. Alright, next game. What are we going to see in the lead? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Okay, well, that's about as good as it gets, so I need to stop complaining about winning leads. As long as I can RPS this game, I'll be happy. Well, Ninetales is a very polarizing Pokemon. You win hard, you can lose hard with it as well here. That is the second instant top left that we've had with this Pokemon. Some people, I swear, just forget that Ice type is even a thing. Alright, there we go. Got our next opponent. Ninetales into... Oh no. Shadow Tentacruel? That is a little bit of a bad lead. I would have to say that's one of the worst leads I could see. It's on Acid as well, which is going to be able to have a bit more fast move pressure here. I was kind of hoping it was on Poison Sting. But I mean, Shadow Claw is going to add up. I can outpace with Shadow Hydro Cannons. And it's a Tentacruel, so that's still going to do a lot of damage potentially. 7, 8, 9... do we ever think they're going to do anything other than a Scald? I don't think so. But I think I literally need to shield this because Tentacruel is so bad for my team that no matter what, I need this thing out of here. Oh, what a catch by them. I wish I didn't throw the Hydro into the Altaria. Can I swap, though, at some point? I should be able to in just a second. Oh, it's Shadow Altaria. Interesting Pokemon to see. I'm going to save the energy here. I will take a Flamethrower on my Ninetales, but, I mean, the thing is, it's a non-stab Flamethrower into a regular Ninetales, so I think I can survive this pretty well, and it's not like I really need my Ninetales to be that healthy anyway. Saying there is that Tentacruel that's just going to come in and destroy my life. I think I'm going to go for the Chilling Water, just to guarantee if they do shield this up, that I can debuff them. But what a catch by our opponent there. Absolutely incredible play. We get a shield, okay. They do get the full farm down, and that is kind of scary. But, like, I'm going to just come in with my Furret. Oh, okay, we catch a break. In the back line is a Gourgeist. Okay. We have to keep in mind here, I still have my Hydro Cannon loaded on my Feraligatr. So we should be fine, I think, this game. But we'll see. 1. What are they going to do? And what am I going to do? That's the other question. They do no-shield, that makes sense. 2. What if I CMP Sack Swap? What if I successfully do it this time? This way, now there's no chance whatsoever for them to win this game. I save my shield. I save fast move pressure everywhere. They knock out my Gator, that's sad. But now we just go for the 1 Sucker Punch. We knock him out. And that was, I guess, how you play around the Tentacruel lead if you happen to see those. Insane Pokemon. I got kind of lucky, though, once again, Shadow Feraligatr on the safe stop was pretty safe into that lineup. Beldum. And a 4 in 1 set gets us well over, oh my goodness, almost like 3250. That's kind of a crazy climb. You know, Ninetales, while it is a Pokemon that has a few things that it really has to watch out for, there's a lot of matchups that are pretty neutral and pretty strong for it, just in general. It's a really fun Pokemon to use, and this team worked out pretty well, so if you want to try out Alolan Ninetales, give this team a try. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.